Well, hello there, YouTubers! This is Xenon Cross here, bringing it right back to Morrowind. Now,
Let's
here we
hear
are in
it.
Satanin, or however you pronounce that. Yeah. So,
Let's hear it.
you'll notice that there's a lot of NPCs around, but there's someone missing. Yes, that guy that we helped. Yep. Previous page. Nope. Previous page. Wow, that's a lot of journal entries for that. Not so Socius. It was the other dude. Vodunius Nuxius. That guy. He left. So we've actually done something pretty nice. So it's a thing.
Yes,
Things
sir?
actually change. So he's gone. We'll never meet him again. Not that he's important. I'm not sure if I like that being really big or not. But today we're going to explore that modded home I was talking about called Ravenloft. It's actually really cool. It's probably one of the coolest mods I have. It's kind of cheatsy, I guess you could say, but not really. So, there's no actual physical entity to the house. Like, it's not placed anywhere in the world. You have to equip this amulet and then go out of the inventory, and it's scripted to teleport you here. So, this is it. Yeah. So, we arrive in this house. It's very, very nicely decorated with really high-res textures and stuff, which is weird. It's always weird to look at because it's so different from Morrowind, if you know what I mean. It's just so different in here. There's actually a lot to this house, and this is just the living quarters. Obviously, you have like a bed, and you got your desk, you got storage, papers, important papers, special papers, display cases, you know, just a bunch of little boxes and stuff to store stuff in. Some of them have names like trophy items. Here's the welcome. I'm not going to read it, but you know, you can dump your quest items in there if you can drop them. Special and mystery items, you know, it's all sorted. We're going to not do that. You know, it's just, there is actually, I don't think there's actually, oops, sorry. I don't think there's actually anything still here, with exception. Yeah, there's like nothing here. There are some like keys and stuff to get around, I think, but that's about it. So this place is empty. This is actually for alchemy, I believe. This, like, all of these little jars, you could store one of every ingredient in them if you wanted to. I don't know why you'd want to do that by hand, but... So, it's a house, and we're going to go on a little house tour, I guess, because this place is massive and pretty much deserves its own spotlight. So, you know, this is the living quarters. You got your, like, first aid kit stuff over here, enchantments, scrolls, potions. So if you ever, like, dying and you equip it and you teleport here you are. No one can attack you in here, really. So, like, there's not really much to worry about, but except here's the first of many secrets. As you see, when I aim at this, it tells you that the panic room portal. We can teleport through here to the... Yeah, there's a fire, I believe, like, underneath or around us, and it's really loud and really annoying. Alright, that should be good enough. But anyway, over here, you can get, you can dispel any effects. You can restore your health. You can cure yourself of any disease, and you can heal yourself. Obviously. And then you can also grant yourself invincibility with that button. But we shall never use that because there's no point. And then you can get the blessings here. You still have to pay for them, just normally, you know, like you donate to the church, and then you get a blessing. So you have the Imperial and Tribunal churches. This is the Empire, and that's from Morrowind itself. And then Buddha's blessing because, I don't know. You also have, like, first aid kit, your storage, you have a hammock down here. Even more storage and more storage. And then this is a propylon to take us back to the quarters. Or we have the teleport here, which will teleport us to every room in the house. But we'll go back to the normal room to show you there. So, you know, this is, we're down here. Right there, the one that's blocked out because we can't click on it, is the living quarters. We have the quarters display and the sanctum. Those are the things that work. So I'll show you the sanctum real quick. It's kind of nice in here. Obviously, It comes from the word sanctuary. Alright, that's creepy. But so in here, here's the Shrine of the Tribunal. I believe an Imperial altar, Imperial cult. It's, you know, just green and lively in here. And then down here, I believe you have one of these weird pits where you put skulls and stuff on, and man, are those effects loud. You also got some storage for who knows what. I very, very rarely come in here. There are some rooms in Ravenloft that I don't even use. Like, I mean, if there were more people, I guess you could find a reason to use these rooms, but since you're by yourself, it's just, there's no reason to. So we'll head to the quarters display, and it literally does as it says. It's meant for displaying all of your stuff. So we got something like a vault door here, and you've got your initial storage and shelves and stuff like that. And you can use like a spell or something to lock the door if you wanted to or something, I guess. So here's a bunch of display cases so you can display stuff. These are seats. You can't use them though. You have mannequins to display your armor on. All mannequins are male, which can be annoying, especially because I have mods that change the textures for females. So, yeah. So here's the display case. As you can see, it opens, and then you set the stuff in there, and you would do so like this. You would right-click it, click Save My Potion, and then set it in there, and you can do that, but I'm going to keep that with me. And then you close it again by activating it. And these are obviously modded items. So here's our teleport again, because we're very far away, and here's another vault room for whatever reason. Alright, so we're going to use the teleport now, because why not? So, this is the quarters, and you remember the door that we spawned in front of? That door would take us to here, the main hall. Every room is connected through the main hall, and these are teleports to get to the room I believe you're looking at in the direction that it belongs. So that's the armory over there. Like, that's the armory over here, I believe. Oh no, it's the opposite. It's just the opposite side, so the armory is over there. The closet's behind us, and teleport to the armory, because instead of having to walk down the hall, you can just walk in, yeah. So obviously there's a lot of different rooms. I'm going to go this way. I believe this will take us to the opposite end. This will take us to our dojo. Anyway, you know, nice little training dojo. You got a lot of Japanese art actually added, which makes this pretty nice. You have Meditating Buddha. If you click on him, I mean activate him, it takes you... That's a really big slaughterfish out there. So here's the Meditating Buddha. You are not worthy of my blessing yet. I'm not sure what it requires to get the Blessing Buddha, but meh. I believe that's supposed to be like a koi fish out there. So obviously you can store stuff in here, potions, stuff like that. You know, you have mannequins that display your armor. You have storage, lots and lots and lots of storage. You know, you got your like little table. You can't like actually like sit at it or anything. So you got practice dummies that you can actually wail on. So like I can actually cause them harm, and I can actually see like my destruction skill actually went up because I'm hitting them. So you can train stuff here. Though this is for weapons, obviously. It's called the dojo. So we'll head down here, and this will take us to the pool. Because what better way to train your athletics than swimming? So, obviously, it's just a pool. We'll jump in fully clothed and all. And yeah, you can swim. We got a diving board even. Yeah, it's a very nice little pool. It's apparently a maintained aquarium at the same time, which is kind of weird. But, I don't know, I guess it's new water all the time, so obviously there's a storage chest here and a storage chest on the other side, because this house is full of storage. So we're up here now. The pool is in the very other end, exactly opposite the sanctum. So the dojo, we've seen the dojo, so we'll go to the smithy. Sorry about that. The game crashed when I teleported in here. It's kind of weird. Morrowind really does not like some of the things that are going on, and it likes to crash a lot. So, just bear with me. So this is the smithy. You know, just come down from here. I had to walk here. Teleporting is probably a no-no. We have a different mannequin type. I'm not 100% sure what's going on. And oh my god, those sound effects. I mean, that's not gonna... That makes my spell effects quieter, though. Oh well. So we have lots of storage in here, ways to display stuff. You got a table to work on. You know, you got more storage chests. This is damaged and changing weapons, like, you know, so you can store your damaged armor so that you can remember to repair them, and your armor, of course. Repair prongs. I don't think there's any in here. Darn. Oh well. Anyway, here's our anvil, and he talks. He's a very, very magical anvil. So he's fine apparently, and he can repair items for us in case we're really bad at it. Now, it does cost us money to repair stuff. It's not free. So we're going to walk out of the dojo. Yeah, sometimes the loading is a bit weird, and you can get instant loading in here. It's weird. So we'll go to the challenge pits next. I've never really gotten these to work. So obviously you can display some trophies from doing them. You've got a rest area, you've got more storage to store stuff. It's just crazy, crazy storage in this place. Swordmaster challenge, assassin, warrior, monk, mage challenge. So you walk in here and there's a mage dude down there. I don't want to jump down there. And that's the thing. You can't actually get down there. And I was wondering, is there an actual way to get down there? That's the problem I have, and I think that's it over there, that Proplon, because, yeah, it's just invisible. I'm not sure why that happens. Sometimes things like that happen. It's weird. Okay, big root. Teleporter to mage challenge. We're not going to take it because that guy's probably going to kill us. But yeah. So we'll leave with that. There are monster challenges. You can fight monsters. I'm not sure what's in there. Yeah, your acrobatics go up just from hopping around. And if you're low fatigue when you're spamming it, you actually raise it a bit faster, ever so slightly, and taking falls, because that's what it does. We're going to attempt to teleport one more time, and we'll go to the mage's lab, because this is the area we'll probably be using the most. Oh my god! Alright, you know what? Just off. Problem solved. Oh my god. How did my destruction go up? There's nothing to hit. Oh, did I hit myself? No. I have no idea. Anyway, this is the mage's lab. It's basically designed for, well, mages. So you have crazy storage and display cases. And over here is basically your enchanting area / scroll making, if you can make scrolls, which we can. And with mods I can make it. Mage's wardrobe, obviously, you know, your stuff, you can display your mage stuff. This is our awesome friend Felix the Skull. He can help us make spells, he can give us enchanting, and he sells spells, but he sells training spells that raise your skill, like, just by spamming it, because it costs next to nothing, which is pretty much what you want to do, but we're not going to do that. There is a secret in this room as well. Come over here to this secret mage display. Oh my god, I thought I turned those off. So the issue is there's an audio glitch in Morrowind, I guess. That's an issue. We have a door here, but we didn't have a door over there, so it's, you know, inconsistent. All of our mannequins have turned to skeletons in here to stick with the theme. Crazy, crazy storage again. Like, obviously, if you haven't figured it out, we have lots of storage. like, lots of storage. So this is the mage display. You know, it's... Yeah. Yeah. That's the mage display. And right here is the summoning chamber portal. These are the two secrets in... Anyway, so basically, you'll notice something about this circle. I can't enter it. So basically, you summon something in there and then murder it from a distance, so that if you need to fill soul gems or something like that. You know. So here's our keeper of secrets. He's a raven, obviously. He has nothing to tell us, sadly. He doesn't even talk. So, obviously, more storage in here. We also got little tables, some chests. Nothing too fancy. So, we'll go from the Mage's Lab to the Thief's Den. Okay, so the Thief's Den is obviously for thieves. We're probably not going to use this too often. For obvious reasons. So, loot, you know, skooma, because skooma's illegal. It's not booze. I guess skooma's kind of more relatable to like drugs, because that's kind of the effect it has on people, I guess. So you know, your special thief stuff, that kind of deal. Back here is behind this, that tells you how to get a hold of every secret area in the place, you know, storage. But we don't need to worry about that because I know where the majority of them are. So yeah, there's all of this thief stuff. That's a weird picture. And obviously you have a vault, because you want to keep your stuff safe. That's just a display vault. So here you have lock training. What you can do is you can take your lock picks and just pick locks repeatedly until you've leveled them up, and then when you activate them, they will relock themselves, so that you can keep doing that, which is pretty nifty. Can help you. So on the left here we have yet another vault, and for really loud torches. But we have vault. You have vault after vault after vault here in the Thief's Den. And then down here you have one more practice dummy to wail on. Yeah, so let's get out of here. Actually, I missed someone in the Mage's Lab. Over here is basically your alchemy side. Over here we have Fluffy. When you pet Fluffy, he gives you a bunch of buffs. Anyway, when you sort items, obviously see how everything has its own name. All of this storage will take all of your items and fill everything. And then you can use the lever to get it all back, so you don't have to grab it one by one. And this display case is filled with ingredient jars, so we can fill those if we cared. Yeah. So now we'll head to the armory, which is not like the smithy. The armory is slightly different. Over here we have storage chests that are made for parrying weapons. It goes from special, enchanted, and the normals would go on the bottom. So this will give you light shields, this will give you medium shields, and this will give you heavy shields. You've got heavy armor, you've got medium and light armor. Yeah, that's the thing about Morrowind and not Oblivion and Skyrim. It has 3 different types of armor. And there's crazy amounts of weapons. There's an extra set here in case there's something that you want to keep separate. Throwing weapons, arrows, bolts. Axes that are one-handed, two-handed axes, blunt weapons that are one-handed, blunt weapons that are two-handed, spears, bows, short blades, one-handed long blades, and two-handed long blades, and then a practice dummy to practice on. And the armor's over there. It's not too significant of a difference. And then down here we have our anvil buddy again, and the means with which to repair stuff if we wanted it to use the armory instead of the smithy. The smithy's in the dojo. It's pretty much why that's over there. I believe this is just storage. Yep. A vault door, and it leads to literally just a giant chest and storage boxes. Yeah, just that. And, yeah, it's pretty much the armory. But except that there's a specific room for armory display. Just crap ton of mannequins. And then you walk down this one side to get downstairs. And you can get some pretty cool stuff, right? There's a teleport in here, I believe. Someplace, somewhere. I don't know, I don't remember. It's not too significant because we won't use it. Pretty much if I don't remember where it is, it's not that important. You have a really massive display case for like big weapons and stuff. And that's pretty much the armory. So we'll now switch sides to the closet, because the closet is literally the same thing. This one's for clothing. You know, textiles and fabric kind of clothing. So in here you would sort your clothings from common, expensive, extravagant, and exquisite. And they go up from that rank up. And then you have your closet display, which is literally the same thing as the armory, except this one happens to be facing the opposite direction. And you have all this, you have like no storage down here, which makes no sense to me. It's just like a sitting room. But then again, I mean, it's not like you need anything. But over here is the storage, obviously, and it's just storage. Alright, yeah. I don't remember which room it was. Oh well. Alright, so moving on. So we'll come back out here, and we'll head on to our last two rooms, the teleportation chamber and the library. We'll do the library first. Alright. Two things. One, do not be alarmed. This is our librarian. Basically, he watches the library. These bookcases are all empty. We actually get to sort this library by ourselves, which is why I won't use it. Because that. It sucks to have to sort it yourself. But here is, you know, this chest is broken. I can never figure out why. And then you have, like, you know, desk and stuff. You can do pretty cool stuff. You have a door to get to a different kind of library, obviously. You can actually stack them on the shelves. Your books. Versus your books. Ugh. So here's the Ravenloft manual. It tells you how every room was intended to be used, but we're not going to worry about that too much. Here's like storage, just more storage and storage and storage. There's a secret room in here as well. We come over here to one of these unicorns. I think it's the unicorn in the other room. There it is. Secret button. We push that button and we get teleported to our forbidden library. Obviously, these are books that we don't want anyone else to see because they're very bad for people or whatnot. You know, got like Dracula going on and stuff. Yeah, that kind of deal, basically. And, yeah, that's pretty much the library. Not too difficult to understand. Now, this room is the most important to us. If you take a look here in the ground in front of us, you'll see a map of all of Morrowind. Pretty freaking sweet. It's actually set up properly, too, topographically speaking. So this is the map of Morrowind. I'm not sure how long it took them to create this, but sometimes if your computer is not very good, you will lag in this room pretty bad. Mostly because of this weird textured roof and stuff. I think it's like a 4K texture. But this is pretty insane. Every teleport will take us to every city. Every city is on this map, pretty much. I mean, there's some cities that aren't, but except that's because they're hostile and they have problems. So what you have to be careful of is when you're walking out over it, you can get stuck on it sometimes, like there. So we can teleport anywhere we want without having to have already gone there because Morrowind does not have a fast travel system. So, yeah, it kind of sucks. And you'll notice that my map has this up here. And you're probably wondering, why is that not on this map? That's because that's actually a DLC. That DLC is... No, those are testing things. Is called Blood Moon, I think. Anyway, we'll just live with that. And these are the teleports for that. And it's a place called Solstheim, which is a cool place. And here's the other DLC. Teleports to Mournhold, which is Tribunal. This mod current doesn't actually work without them, so yeah, they're required, so those won't be broken. These teleport you to the major houses of Morrowind. You have to be careful about the Telvanni one, that one, because they don't like people, so yeah. And you got bookcases for what reason? In theory, if you wanted to mod, you could actually make more teleports, just duplicate these and teleport other places, so that if mods add more places, you can get teleports everywhere. We'll be using this room probably the most, because there's a lot of places you just don't want to walk, because they're really, really far away. I will walk to some of them, but not all of them. So, like, we could teleport to the ending of the game, right there. But we're not going to. We're going to teleport right back to where we came from, because that's actually important to us right now. Okay. Weird sounds.
Go ahead, stranger.
But that is 100% okay. I'm dying or something. The only problem with that house is I cannot teleport anyone there. Using the amulet. I have to use a different mod, called to replace followers, so that they teleport you when you teleport.
Way too many questions.
And I have to use a very specific teleport spell.
Can you ask your question quickly?
I must go.
Did you want something?
Added by MCA. Morrowind comes alive. So as you can see, lighthouse, not exactly the best lighthouse in the world. And there's your 2 moons.
Can you ask your question quickly?
Let's hear it.
I must be going.
I don't remember their names. One of them is Secundus, I think it's the little one. And then the bigger one is something else. It's starting to get actually a little foggy out there, just a little creepy. Because next episode we're going to be picking up there. So I've showed you the house that we will use to basically teleport around. We won't use that house too much. I mean, we'll sleep in the bed there and stuff, but we won't, like, use that house. There is another house we will actually use, because it's actually physically reachable, which means I can get people there easier. Because, for instance, slaves are part of the Morrowind game, and with a mod I can own slaves, so we can bring slaves around and stuff. We can't farm. I actually have to have a different mod for that, so we can do that too. But I'm pretty sure it's broken and doesn't work. I can't actually get slaves to farm, so it just doesn't work at this point. But that's pretty much the gist of the house we will use. Until we can afford the other house in another town, which actually we're going to be heading to next episode. So yeah, let me just make sure that we don't have any stuck effects. No, okay, we're good. So yeah,
what's this about?
That's all I have for today. So I guess I'll see you guys later.